In this lesson, we're going to be making a floor plan using AutoCAD. So if you haven't already done so, you want to make sure that when you open up AutoCAD that you've set it up with a startup menu and you're using number 1, which gives you options when you open up AutoCAD. So go ahead and do that if you haven't done it already. Close AutoCAD and then reopen AutoCAD. And we're going to be making FloorPlan B, which you can see behind the startup menu. So you want to go to Quick Setup, and then what you want to do is select Architecture. And this is going to change the format, and the width is going to be 60 feet by 40 feet in length. First thing we want to do is go to our multi-line style menu. And we're going to create a new wall, essentially. And so we'll type in wall. And we're going to be making this 5 inches. So you want to cap this off. You can see it happening in the background. And so since it's 5 inches, we're going to go 2.5 up and 2.5 down. So minus and positive 2.5. And then go ahead and title this a 5-inch wall and say OK. Next thing, and make sure that you set current, otherwise it defaults to the previous one in there, and press OK. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and go to our toolbars and select AutoCAD, and you'll see Object Snap. I kind of use this off and on, but it's a nice way to offset walls and things like that as you're going along. So the thing we want to do is type in layers, and we're going to be working off 4 layers essentially right now. So we're going to type one that says wall, and if you hover over, you'll see it says create new layer. We'll do another one that says dimension, and then the last one we'll do for now is bathroom. All right, and right now it's defaulted onto 0 layer, which is fine. And so we'll minimize that. And so we also need to change the dimension styles. And you can do this as you're going along, but it's actually easiest. You want to make sure you set this up in Architecture. And then on my computer, and yours might be different, I need to blow this whole thing up 40%. So scale it up 40. That does everything at once. It's a meta feature. All right, so I am in drafting annotation. And so rather than just start on the multi-line, I'm just going to take a line and outline the entire wall. And so I'm going to go up 28 feet, go over 35 feet, and I'm just following the textbook. But here I need to just go down 12 inches. So if you look at it, there's a door that I have to compensate for, and you want to make sure that you're stopping where the walls have a break in it for the doors. So I'll go ahead and type in either 12 inches, it defaults in inches, or 1 foot, and then press enter. And at the same time, I'm also making the door, which is 2 feet 11 inches. And I want to put this, make sure that I'm in my 0, but now I want to dimension this just to confirm everything. So I'm going to turn the dimension layer on, and I'm going to go ahead and dimension this. So 28 feet by 35 feet. And then that little break there, if I zoom in, should be 1 foot. And then that wall, if you recall, was 2 feet 11 inches. Okay, so what I'm going to do is go ahead and, it's easier, rather than doing all the math, I'm just going to go up to the top on my next line and just start up top and make a 25-foot line and come down. And push enter, and then I'm going to come over. Now I've already done the math here. So this is going to be 15 feet 6 inches, and push enter. And then the door there is 3 foot. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of go to the other side here. And let's go ahead and dimension this. Just make sure everything's accurate. This will save you a lot of time, especially if you do it using the line tool. Then you can just go over it. I find it saves a lot of time. So then I'm going to start where my 0, 0 was and come back, and I'm going to come in 14 feet 8 inches. And then I could just snap to the wall because I know it's flush there, but it should be 3 feet up. And then I have to compensate for the door, and I did the math already. Door's 3 feet, so I want to type in 22 inches here. So just 22, it defaults to inches. And then go ahead and press enter. And hopefully when I dimension this, I should have a door that's 3 foot. All right, so let's go ahead and check it. And sure enough, 3 foot. Now this saves us a lot of time when I start making all these walls, because I already have the dimensions and I just have to fit it in place. All right, so I'm right now dimensioning the way that the FloorPlan B has it, so I'm just saving myself time. And it's also important you have those gaps, if you haven't done that already, between the lines and the dimensions. Okay, so you always want to be making sure that you're working the correct layer when you have these layers on. So now what I'm going to do is I want to start building this, and I'm looking at this overall floor plan. And so let's go ahead and start building the walls here. Okay, so make sure that I'm in the wall layer. And I can just turn the dimension off. If this is all done correctly, when I turn the layer off, everything in that layer should disappear. So there's no dimensions, so that's good. Now I'm going to go ahead to draw a multi-line, and it's going to default to the one we made. And I'm just going to go inside of that line and click it and drag it to the very top, and then just go all the way over. But I'm going to stop at where the door was, a foot down, and push enter. And then I'm going to do the same thing all over again. All right, you can see where that door is right there. So I'm going to move that line. Okay, so let's go ahead then and go draw multi-line, and I'm just going to skip where that door is, and then come down, and then come over to where the other door is in that break. And then go ahead and push enter and escape. And I'll finish this off. I'll go multi-line, and you want to make sure that it is staying within the line, and go ahead and push enter. Now, one thing you'll notice is that the wall doesn't automatically create a gap there. So let's go ahead and just confirm all this before I get too carried away here. So I'm going to turn my dimensions on, and if I'm going to add dimensions, I'll check the box. All right, let's confirm everything here. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and just make that door there. You also notice that in the image that I'm using, I want to rotate this. So I type in rotate, I select the point that I want to rotate, and I can just freehand this, or you can type in 30 degrees and play around with those things. And while I'm at it, I can just go ahead and eyeball this, which is representing the swing path of the door, and I want to make this so that it's actually part of a circle. All right, so far so good. All right, so let's look at that area. So what I want to do is go to Modify and go Object, and you'll see something that says Multi-Line. And I want to identify what I need, and this one is a corner joint. So go ahead and press one wall, and then select the other, and that should disappear. All right, and I recentered it, just clicking the top menu. All right, so now what I need to do is figure out where this wall is. It's 12 feet up, 12 feet 10 inches, and 10 feet 7 inches over. So let's make sure that we're going to go ahead and use the 0. So I'm just going to build an outline to this, a construction line, so to speak. I'll go to the inner corner, and then I'm going to go up and point my mouse up and type in 12 foot dash 10. Push enter, and then move it to the right, perpendicular, and type in 10 feet dash 7. Or 10 feet 7, push enter. And then I'm only going to go up 1 foot 1 inches, or 13 inches. So 1 foot 1 inch, push enter. And then hit escape, or let's go ahead and make this door. It's 2 feet 8 inches, so let's type in 2 feet 8 inches. And then we don't need to figure the rest out. We can just go ahead straight up and snap it to that wall, and then push escape. All right, so let's just confirm that. So it's not a bad idea to dimension this as you're going along, just to confirm what you're doing. So if I'm going to do that, I would do the dimension, but let's go ahead and do the wall. So let's make sure that we'll do the dimension first. All right, so that's where I'm in. I'll go up to the dimension on the menu on the ribbon above, and let's go ahead and dimension this. And I'm going to try to do my best to mimic what the drawing is. No sense doing it later if I can do it now. So 10 feet 7, so far so good. And that's the going to be the interior of the wall, and now that's where the door is. And so let's go to the multi-line, and you'll notice though that it's actually falling on the opposite side of the line, but that's okay. So what we do is we select the wall, and then in our properties, you'll see that I can change the justification. And in this case, we want to do bottom. And so that's not a big deal. And then we want to go ahead and make this gap here. So I'll go to Modify, Object, Multi-Line, and this is going to be an open T. So select the walls, and it should go ahead and have a break there. And so let's go ahead and finish this wall off. All right, and you'll notice again it's on the wrong side. No big deal. Push escape. Properties, and then let's change this from top to bottom, and that'll go on the justification will be different. All right. All right, so we also need to dimension this, but let's make sure that it's on the wall layer, because right now it's in dimension. So I can go to the properties and just select the wall, and that will move it over there. And then we want to fix this T up here. So Object, Multi-Line. And I think you guys should hopefully be getting the hang of this now. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this off with adding the dimension, but you should have enough information here. You're essentially just repeating what I'm doing, and you should be in good shape to finish this floor plan B in AutoCAD.